Welcome to the Gay Buddhist Forum, where teachers from all schools of Buddhism offer their perspectives on the Dharma and its application in modern times, especially for LGBTQI audiences. These talks are offered freely to the world and made possible by appreciative listeners. If you would like to support our efforts to share the Dharma with underserved audiences, please visit gaybuddhist.org. There you can donate, find a list of upcoming speakers, or enjoy many hundreds of these recorded talks dating back to 1996.
Welcome back, and at this time we just go around the room and introduce ourselves. My name is Risha.
Gary. Michael. Vin. Joe.
Paul.
David. Prasad Shita. Silas.
Baruch.
My name is Mark.
I'm David.
Jerry.
Michael.
Kim.
Larry. Tom.
Matthew.
Clint.
Jeff.
George. I'm Brad.
Joey.
Peter.
Jim.
I'm Roy. I'm Richard.
My name is Hal.
Greg.
Mike.
Great. Welcome, everyone. And I'll read the introduction for Eve. Eve Decker began practicing Vipassana meditation in 1991. She has been teaching Dharma since 2006. She has released 2 CDs, more than 2 now, right?
Yeah.
Of original Dharma-based music. She leads groups on metta for self and a monthly sit and sing sangha in her hometown of Berkeley, California. She's a graduate of the Path of Engagement and Community Dharma Leader Training Program. She is a graduate of the Path of Engagement and Community Dharma Leader Training Programs at Spirit Rock Center of California. For more on Eve, see her website, evedecker.com. And also, she has placed some sign-up sheets and things out on the front table to check out too. So, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for having me. And I really enjoyed the sit that we just had together. I noticed the depth and the quiet of it, and so thank you for that. So I just want to talk about Dharma and sing about Dharma, and I want to invite you to do the same and or listen. Sometimes it's just nice to receive. So just however you wish to move through these songs and thoughts. So I want to start with this song at the top of your sheet, I Have Arrived. Thich Nhat Hanh calls this the shortest Dharma talk he ever gave. And it's the teaching that this moment that we're in now is home. And instead of putting up a subtle resistance to it, to bring our mindfulness and our curiosity to it, because the mystery is providing this moment to each of us. And it's the only moment in which we're actually living. And so to come into it and notice it and even revel in it, this moment now. I have arrived, I am home in the here and in the now. I have arrived, I am home in the So there's this moment that we can call home that presently we're living in together. A little moment of communal living. And with mindfulness, it becomes really evident, if it isn't already, how things keep changing, how this present moment home is changing all the time. The Buddha called it impermanence, and it's a fundamental Buddhist teaching, not in order to be grim at all, but in order to be truthful. And there's a possibility of deep acceptance in this ever-changing moment. And as we sort of dwell in it more and more, it becomes evident that meeting it with kindness serves us. It's the best kept secret of happiness, I think, that really meeting each moment as it arrives with love is what leads to well-being, our own well-being. And the Buddha taught that there are 4 different faces of love, 4 different ways that love looks depending on what the moment is presenting. They're called the Brahma Viharas, or the divine abodes of the heart. So if the moment is presenting us with sort of a neutral, acceptable, pleasant, ordinary moment, then love can look like friendliness, look like a gentle kind of an energy of friendliness, investigation, like I was inviting us all to do when I was talking about the teaching I have arrived. A friendliness to the moment. The word metta, which is the word for loving kindness in Pali, the word metta has 2 basic fundamental meanings. One is gentle, and the other is friend. So meeting the moment with friendliness. When the moment presents pain, then love's face becomes that courageous and beautiful face of compassion that stays present with pain rather than going to self-blame or other blame or denial or minimization, but stays present and offers kindness. When the present moment offers joy, something celebrative, neat, cool, wonderful, which luckily it does, then the face of love becomes appreciation or gratitude. And the culmination of all of these first 3 faces of friendliness and compassion and gratitude, and what's known in Buddhism as the deepest happiness, is the 4th face of love, which is peace. The capacity, that sense of well-being or serenity that we can have regardless of what life shows us. So I'm going to bring you down now to song number 7 on your sheet. What we practice in rooms like this is presence and mindfulness, and then these types of kindness, these types of love. Because life is impermanent, we can't make life or ourselves or anybody else perfect ever. But we can practice together these types of love and awareness so that we can know that peace or well-being in life's changing reality. So that's what this teaching is here. Do not seek perfection in a changing world. Instead, perfect your love. Do not seek perfection in for it. Do not seek perfection in a changing world. Instead, perfect your love. Do not seek perfection in a changing world. Instead, perfect your love. Do not seek perfection in a changing world. Instead, perfect your love. Do not seek perfection in a changing world. Instead, perfect your love. Do not seek perfection in a changing world. Instead, perfect your love. The Buddha taught that all things rest on the tip of intention. That we intend towards something and then we incline our lives in that direction. And so we intend toward awareness and love and kindness and then we incline that way. And something that's cool is that recent neuroscience affirms this teaching, and many others actually, but in this case, there's been brain research actually on intention, and when people purposefully set an intention, like I will increase my daily mindfulness, or I will choose patience over annoyance, or this kind of intention, that when people set intention, it primes the nervous system to be prepared to act out that intention. So intention really does serve that function of the North Star, that we set it and then we walk that way. So I want to take us to the song Give Yourself to Love, which is song number 11. I see this song as an intention song. And for those who don't know it, I want to actually start on the chorus and do the chorus a couple times first so that, that's familiar as we go through the song. It sounds like this. Sing along if you know it. You must give yourself to love. If love is what you're after, open up your heart to love, tears and laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. How is this key for you? Is it too low? Is it too low for anybody? Okay, great. Let's do that again. You must give yourself to love. If love is what you're after, open up your heart to love, tears and laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Great, let's go to the top. Open up your heart to love, tears and laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. I've walked these mountains in the rain. I've learned to love the wind. I've been up before the sunrise to watch the day begin. And I always knew I'd find you, though I never did know how. Like sunshine on a cloudy day, you stand before me now. You must give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your heart to love, tears and laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Love is born in fire, planted like a seed. Love can't give you everything, but it will give you what you need. Love comes when you are ready. Love comes when you are afraid. It will be your best teacher, the best friend you have ever made. You must give yourself to love, if love is what you're after. Open up your hearts to love, tears and laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. The Buddha taught that all else is delusion, delusion that leads to suffering. And when we go into self-protection by getting angry or blaming ourselves or blaming other people, or even getting lost in grief, that we're having some kind of what's the Buddha called the second arrow. We're trying to mend our pain with further pain. When the Buddha awoke from the moment of awakening that's taught, he awoke from confusion, and he went out teaching the Four Noble Truths, and those truths are that there is stress, and that stress is caused by ignorance, this not knowing how to tend it, and that peace is possible, and that the way of peace, the Eightfold Noble Path, when you look at that, it's really a teaching on radical kindness. Kindness in thought, kindness in word, and kindness in action. So he went out teaching this. And he had great followings of monastics. And he would send them out in groups to sit at the roots of trees. And he sent one group out, and they were practicing mindfulness of body. And they came rushing out of the forest and said, "We can't practice here in this forest because it's haunted with evil spirits." And the Buddha said, well, instead of fleeing in fear, go back in and put down your mindfulness practice for now and practice love. Practice radical kindness. Kindness to yourself, kindness to your frightened heart, and kindness to the evil tree spirits. So they courageously went back in and sent out these feelings of love, and the tree spirits responded in kind, and the monastics were safe there, and they continued to practice. That's the story. And what I take from that story is that any fearful or painful moment can be met with this well-wishing, with this teaching of love and kindness. The original phrases from the Buddha in the language that he spoke in North India in the time of his life, Pali, are here, song number 2. Recently, in 2007 and 2008, during the Saffron Revolution in Burma, Myanmar, when the monastics came out of their monasteries to protest because their lay brethren were not having enough to eat because of bad governmental practices. This is one of the things that the monastics chanted as they walked through the streets of Burma. Sounds like this. Sabe sata suki hontu. 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 You are absolutely the best Sangha to sing with. The best. So that chant is almost 2,600 years old. And then in the hundreds of years after the Buddha's death, other monastics carrying along the tradition developed a practice to help deepen this wish for well-being. The Buddhist teachers post-Buddha teach that the loving kindness, the friendliness practice the intention of it, the function of it is to incline ourselves towards well-being and to wish well-being for others, and that's simply it. One thing that's really neat about it is that you know you're getting closer to really being in the field of loving kindness when things start to look beautiful to you. People, animals, nature, just moments, like at a stoplight, seeing the red of the stoplight against the blue of the sky. When that starts to look beautiful to you, you know you're in that field. The proximate sort of energy field of metta, or this friendly energy, is seeing things as beautiful. So, but these post-Buddha's life, Buddhist teachers developed this practice for themselves and lay people to really deepen, and it's a phrase practice. Many of you know it. It's a simple, well-wishing phrases. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you be happy. May you live with ease. And then we're all invited to take those and kind of adapt them so that they resonate with us, so that we can say them and feel that sort of authentic wish for well-being in our system. So song number 3 is, I was invited with these words. None of these words are my own. They came from other ancient practices, and they came from my practice at Spirit Rock, but this is how I use them. The song, May We. And I want to say before I teach you this song and we sing it together that there's also a really beautiful somatic practice for loving kindness. And that is just you can put one or both hands at the heart area. And what happens when you do this is the mammalian caregiving system is activated in our bodies. I think that's so cool. So in other words, we don't have to wait for someone else to hug us. We can incline ourselves towards our own well-being just by this, or a self-hug, or if it needs to be clandestine, I'll sort of go like this. But this activates this chemical. So when we're stressed, the vagus nerve tightens all the viscera around in this area. You can feel it. They all get tightened. So what this does is it tells the nervous system to loosen all that, reminds you to breathe a little bit more deeply, and it's without talking, just does it. So that's a cool thing. So I just wanted you to know that. This is a non-verbal loving kindness practice. And then, our bodies listen to our minds, and so what we're thinking matters. Mindfulness is helpful because we can begin to see what's going on in there, and if it's not serving us, begin to replace it with stuff like this so that the system can calm down and know some peace. So this is just some phrases that we can say to bring about well-being and wish well-being for others. I'll sing it for you. The phrasing's a little bit funny. There's like pauses where you may not expect them. It sounds like this. May I be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. May I be truly happy and deeply peaceful. May I be healthy and strong and physically at ease. May I take care of myself and Could be a loved one, could be groups of beings known or unknown to you. Just let your mind choose. May we be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. May we be truly happy and deeply peaceful. May we be healthy and strong and physically at ease. May we take care of ourselves and live well. One more time. May we be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. May we be truly happy and deeply peaceful. May we be healthy and strong and physically at ease. May we take care of ourselves and live well. May all beings be free. So let's sing, we've got about 10 minutes left, so let's sing a little bit from the energy of compassion and a little bit from the energy of gratitude and a little bit from the energy of peace. All the same love. So compassion is that energy that we bring and that others bring, and that's here in the universe with us when there's pain. And sometimes we have the strength in our own hearts to invoke it and stand in it and be present with it. And sometimes we don't, because we're human. And when we do, then we do it. And when we don't, then we can come and be in community and let others hold it for us. And we can also remember that it's an energy that's here in the universe, and we can turn toward it and incline toward it. In Buddhism, there's Avalokiteshvara, and his name means the one who hears the cries of the world. He's a portal into this energy. And a cool, just fun fact about Avalokiteshvara is that he was developed in North India, 2,500 years ago. 800 years into Buddhism, he was brought to China by monastics, and 300 years after being in China, Avalokiteshvara had become Kuan Yin, whose name also means one who hears the cries of the world, but in Mandarin, and she's female. Mm-hmm. So he's a trans guy. I think that's fabulous. All over the world, when people wish to people in the Buddhist tradition wish to invoke the energy of compassion because the pain is so great that the heart is sort of caving in the face of it, then this energy is brought forth through the portal of Avalokiteshvara Kuan Yin. And I didn't put the Kuan Yin chant in here, but I'm going to bring us to song number 5, Sending You Light.
Number 8 says Kuan Yin chant.
Yep. I did put it in. Oh, yeah, I did put it in. Thank you. Takes a village. Okay, good. My story about this chant is that I learned it from one of my teachers, and I thought it was this arcane, little-known chant. And I went to teach it at a 2-day retreat up in Victoria, and I taught it. And then the next morning, on the second day, one of the students came with black plastic Kuan Yin that she'd bought in Vancouver, Chinatown for $5. And when you wind it up, it flashes red lights and says it's Chants. So it's not in the least bit arcane. It's a great one though. It sounds like this. Namo Kuan Shu Yin Pusana. Mo Kuan Shu Yin Pusana. Mo Kuan Shu Yin Pusana. Mo Kuan Shu Yin So, song number 6, My Grateful Heart. What I love about this song, the second to last line and the last line, those last two lines, bring peace that lasts forever, illuminates the dream. We have this life, and so much about how it lands has to do with what lens we're seeing it through. Gratitude is a skillful practice because it's a lens that allows for well-being, illuminates the dream. My grateful heart, so filled with years of living, memories flow by me like petals on a stream. So I'd like to close with singing one more song with you. And the teachings are, to me, all the Buddhist teachings just boil down to this, to awareness and love. And love just looks like friendliness, compassion, gratitude, and peace. Connection, too. So peace, let's end with a little bit of peace just find this song. Oh, it's song number 4, Instrument of Peace. May I be an instrument of peace. May I be an instrument of peace. So the only word melodically that changes is peace. The first time it steps up, and the second time it stays. May I be an instrument of peace. May I be an instrument of peace. May I be an instrument of peace.
So, Jim, do you want to make an announcement on host?
I'm your host, and there are snacks on the table there. And what else? If you're not on the mailing list or on the email list, you can sign up over there in that corner. Some people meet afterwards at the front for lunch around 12:30, and there's tea and cups available too. Well, I'll be going around with the Dharma bowl also after.
Eve,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Would you mind if I create a text document of just the songs?
Not at all. Also, anybody's
Recording?
welcome to take these home.
Great.
But yeah, both
That'll
in.
be with the recording on our website.
Oh, great. Fabulous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other announcements? The retreat?
I'm George, please do not know me. I'm a board member of the Vegetarian Society of San Francisco. We have a festival coming up the weekend after next in Golden Gate Park at the County Fair Building at the entrance to the Arboretum, Saturday and Sunday, the 8th and 9th. Please come.
Are there any slots left for the retreat?
Our retreat is starting this Friday at Vajrapani Institute. I think registration is closed, but could we fit one or two more people?
32, so we could do a couple more.
So So there is room for one or two more people. There are flyers out on the table there.
Who's our speaker next week?
It's open discussion.
Okay, so I'll be at the retreat, and I did not get a substitute for me for next week. So, would anyone be willing to facilitate next week? It's going to be an open discussion, right?
Yes.
So that'll be actually pretty easy. You don't have to introduce a speaker. You don't have to lead the meditation. You be here to do it? Yeah.
That's cool.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
All right. And Dharma is the Buddhist tradition is the gift of generosity. So the Jim will be coming around with the Dharma bowl, and your donation helps us pay the rent, do outreach to prisoners, Buddhist prisoners, the Larkin Street dinner, and those kind of things. So I think the suggested donation is still 10, right? I goofed that up before. Okay. And is that it? Any other announcements? Okay.
If you think you won't use the sheet, compile them here.
And you have CDs for sale?
I do, and I have classes and events coming up, and there's little flyers about those things too.
Okay. You have a particular illustration that you'd like to do?
Well, I have a song, but it's a little bit long, so we should maybe do a regular one.
By the power and truth of this practice, may all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all be free from sorrow and the causes of sorrow. May all never be separated from the sacred happiness which is without sorrow. And may all live in equanimity, without too much attachment or too much aversion, believing in the equality of all that lives.
Thank you for listening to the Gay Buddhist Forum. If you would like to hear several new talks per month and be notified of upcoming speakers so you can participate live, please subscribe to this podcast, like us on Facebook, and join our mailing list by visiting gaybuddhist.org.